Hello everyone, and thanks for watching. This is a quick video on how to create a diffuser to use during outdoor photo shoots to help create a more even lighting on your subjects. I got this idea while shooting at an apple orchard during midday one fall, where the sun was very direct and coming through trees, creating a speckle effect on my subjects. This diffuser can be created for around $10, is relatively simple, requires minimal tools, and is very handy once it's all together. I hope you enjoy and find this useful.
Alright, to begin we're going to start with a 10-foot 1-inch piece of PVC pipe. And we're going to take that pipe and cut it into two 4-foot lengths and two 1-foot lengths. Now you can leave both lengths as 5 feet. It'll work just fine. The reason I made it a little bit shorter is so we can switch out the handles. The 4-foot length also fits a little bit better in my small car. Next, we're also going to add two 1-inch couplings. These are just used to connect the 1-foot section, or longer if needed, to the 4-foot section once we're done. I also have my ripstop nylon. I have some fabric glue because I don't sew. Sewing would probably make this much neater, but it's just as functional if you have fabric glue, and it's a little bit more messy, but it works just as well. Last, we have a few items I used to put this together. I've got a saw, sandpaper, Sharpie marker for marking, tape measure for measuring, scissors, and PVC glue. PVC glue is used to adhere the couplings to the end of the 4-foot section so we can attach the 1-foot sections to extend the handles. If you've left this at 5 feet or don't want to deal with the PVC glue, you don't need it. This is just a precaution so that it won't fall off in transit as I'm moving stuff around. The sandpaper is used to sand out the burrs at the end of the PVC pipe where it was cut. This just makes it a little bit nicer and cleaner. Next, I cut the ripstop nylon to a section 38 inches by 40 inches. The length is a little bit wider than the height because we're going to have to wrap the ends around the 1-inch piece of PVC pipe. As you can see here, I put a bead of fabric glue along one of the edges. After I put glue on the edge of the ripstop nylon, I folded it over the PVC pipe to glue it to the other side of the fabric. This creates a loop that I can slide the PVC pipe into. This was done on both edges. Once that was glued, I then put another bead of fabric glue along the very top edge and folded it over to create a stop so that the PVC pipe wouldn't go all the way through the loop. Once it's finished, there's a seam that will hold the fabric in place to stop it from sliding down the pole. While the ripstop nylon was drying, I attached one coupling to the end of each piece of 4-foot PVC pipe. And again, if you just want two 5-foot sections of pole, it's not necessary to glue these couplings on the end. But by gluing them on the end, you can guarantee that they won't fall off in transit, and you can put longer handles on if needed. Here shows the diffuser once it's finished. You can see the pieces of PVC pipe slid through those loops we created in the ripstop nylon, and the handles can be put on the end of the couplings. I can also attach longer poles to the end of the handles using the couplings if needed.
Tests show that the ripstop nylon blocks about 1 stop of light. More importantly, reduces squinting and other harsh shadows in direct sunlight. My next video will show how to create a stand and other attachments to position the diffuser better between the sun and the subject. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching and found this very useful.